Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we're talking retinol, one of the most popular anti-aging ingredients that you'll find in your skincare routine. However, is retinol about to be banned? Could we find it a lot more difficult to get our hands on products like this, the ordinary 1% retinol in squalane, than maybe we're used to? We're going to pick it apart in today's video, talk about some newly introduced legislation, how that could impact us, and ultimately whether retinol is still safe to use in our skincare routines. Sit back, relax, let's talk all things retinol. Now, before we get into this video, I would love to know what your own thoughts and opinions are when it comes to these changes. So sound off in the comments section below. Let's get that conversation going. I also want your help in getting this message out there loud and clear. The best way of helping me to do that is by reaching down and giving this video a thumbs up and a like. The more likes a video gets, the more widely YouTube distributes on its platform, and I want everyone to be aware of these changes so they can make the right decision for their own skin's needs. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much. Now, without further ado, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. Now, I want to keep this video short, sharp, and to the point, giving you guys the information you need in order to make your own decisions when it comes to your skincare routine. But I've been inundated with DMs, comments, and questions saying, has retinol just been banned? Well, in truth, not banned, but changes in legislation could see it severely restricted for an awful lot of people. This all comes about as a new piece of legislation passed by the European Union will seek to phase out retinol products with a concentration above 0.3% in the next 18 months. A lot of the biggest and most popular retinol products exceed this percentage, so they'll no longer be available for sale in the European Union. Now, this isn't going to impact countries outside of the European Union jurisdiction, including the UK, which no longer follows to the letter EU law. So retinol concentrations above this will still be available. However, this is something that I think has got a lot of people alarmed, saying, even if I don't live in the EU, should I actually be using retinoids over a 0.3% concentration? They've surely banned it for a reason, and we're going to get into that a little bit in today's video. Towards the end of the video, I'm also going to be sharing some examples of some retinol products that will no longer be available to EU customers and some that still are. So that way you can make an informed decision when it comes to the products that you want to buy. So is retinol safe? Well, yes, there's been studies done over decades into vitamin A derivatives, retinoids in general, and their safety on the skin. All these studies have shown that unless you're breastfeeding or pregnant, retinoids are safe to use with certain parameters and cautions applied to them. Some of these precautions include using a broad spectrum SPF alongside your retinoid, making sure you introduce it gradually to avoid irritation, and listen to what your skin says. Use a concentration that's applicable to your individual level of skin sensitivity and don't push it too hard. I think us skincare aficionados kind of know these rules and work them into our day-to-day skincare routines. That's not the same for everyone. I think retinoids are perfectly safe to use on the skin, like I said, outside of pregnancy and breastfeeding. However, that perception that they're potentially irritating and they're quite open to misuse from people that maybe don't read the instructions or don't use them in the correct manner, mean that restricting it to a 0.3% concentration reduces the amount of damage that can be done. I believe that this is why this change in EU legislation took place, though I think we're still waiting for a lot more information really led to the scientific basis behind this change. And of course, as soon as I hear that, I will let you know. But yeah, I feel totally comfortable continuing to using retinol in my skincare routine, and I've got some great results. So now let's come on to the products that are in and the ones that are banned under the new EU directive for those consumers living under European Union jurisdiction. So first on the bans list and soon to be phased out, we're going to get the Drunk Elephant A Passione Retinol Cream. Now this was a real firm favourite for so many people, and Drunk Elephant's having a bit of a revival. It's a viral moment online, so I know this is going to disappoint a lot of people. This was definitely high potency. You get some great results, but you also got a lot of irritation with it. You'll see the ordinary retinols in squalane, the 0.5 and the 1% will be gone again because it breaches that 0.3% concentration. You see the Paula's Choice Clinical, which is a 1% strength, also disappear from the market, which again, I know is a firm favourite from so many people out there. In terms of those products you will still be able to get your hands on, well, you could of course reach for the Paula's Choice Retinol 0.3% plus bakuchiol. I actually prefer this to their clinical strength. You get a good dose of retinol, and that bakuchiol dials up the results you're going to see without also dialing up the sensitivity that you can experience in the skin. It's actually a really good product. You could go for one of the lower strength options from the ordinary if you're looking to keep it super drugstore. A couple of things though that I think could help you circumvent some of these rules and regulations. First and foremost, it only applies to products that you buy from within the European Union. These regulations won't prohibit you from ordering these products from outside the EU and having them shipped to you. So if one of your favourite products is going to be banned in the next 18 months, you can still order it from an outside of the EU web shop and have it shipped into you and get it that way. Also, don't forget, gram-active retinoid and retinal hasn't been subjected to the same restrictions. Now, we'll know in the next couple of months why that's the case, but I think generally they're better tolerated on the skin, they cause less sensitivity and irritation. And so I think regulators are less concerned about retinal and gram-active retinoid than they are retinol. This honestly is great because retinal is my preferred form of vitamin A derivative anyway. Far better than retinol. I think you get quicker results, you get better results, and a lot less irritation. So I'd say if you're feeling a little bit alarmed by these changes, maybe you just want to abandon your retinol altogether, or your favorite product is likely to be discontinued in the EU market in the coming months, just switch to a retinal. These are some of my favorites. They won't be impacted, and I think you'll get a better result. We've got the Geek and Gorgeous A Game 10, stronger than most retinols on the market, not impacted by any of these restrictions and new legislation, and just works so well with minimum risk of irritation. The Medicate Crystal Retinal collection was the original, and some people still say the best when it comes to retinal. Super kind to the skin, very nourishing, very hydrating, won't trigger any sensitivity and irritation if you use it correctly, and just a really nice retinal product if you don't mind spending a little extra money. This year I came out with my own retinal, which I did not because I had any foreknowledge of these regulations, I didn't, but because retinal genuinely is my favourite retinoid. So of course what I use on my skin, I want to then pay it forward and include it in the products that I created for you guys. This is the Mad About Skin Ultimate Anti-Aging Oil, which contains a good dose of retinal for all your anti-aging needs. It also contains oat kernel extract to calm, soothe, vitamin E to nourish and provide some antioxidant protection. Couple of pumps of this into your favourite moisturiser, apply to the skin on an evening, and your skin will be glowing to the gods in no time, evening out fine lines and wrinkles, and again, not subject to any of the new legislation and restrictions in terms of concentration. I've left a link to this product, as I will all the others mentioned today, in the description box below if you want to check it out. And I'm also throwing in a cheeky discount code for this if you want to save some of your hard-earned coin. I know this will create a lot of worry for people, and the message I want to get out there is if you're shopping from outside the European Union, there is going to be zero change to your access to retinol. If you're a European Union customer, you might start to find it harder to get your hands on some of your favourites in the next 18 months. A lot of people might say, you know what, these regulations are there for a reason, maybe I should move away from retinol completely. It's really up to you. And I say when it comes to skincare, use what works for you and what fits with what you want to get out of the products themselves. For me, I'm not worried by any changes in this legislation. Admittedly, I'm shopping from within the UK, which again is outside of the European Union. But actually, because I moved to retinal around 12 months ago, and I've just been getting far better results, less irritation, higher efficacy. So I would say, if you're worried in any way about any of this, switch to gram-active retinoid or retinal as your preferred vitamin A derivative, and I think honestly you'll never look back. I just wanted to bring this to your attention because I know it's on the radars of a lot of people, creating a lot of worries. Hopefully you found this useful and informative, but if you get any other questions at all, let me know in the comment section below and I'll get back to as many of them as I can, wherever you are in the world, guys. Stay safe, stay well, love your skin. Take care. Bye.